Atlantis doesn't exist. I know that's pretty shocking for some of you guys, but what if it actually did exist? In this video, I play tall and create a utopia, escaping the chaos of medieval Europe. Let's start. Okay, so here we have the Republic of Atlantis, and as you can see, it's actually uninhabited at the start. So I figured there's no better person to actually conquer this land than Hastings. This dude is synonymous with just taking random land, basically anywhere he feels like, so I feel like it's pretty perfect. I can either do it right now for a Varangian adventure, or I could wait for an Invade Kingdom CB. I don't think it's worth waiting for the Invade Kingdom CB. I doubt anybody else is going to try to conquer this land, and he's super weak, so I really don't expect him to get strong out of nowhere. It's just not going to happen. So which island should I take first? What are these county names? Palm? Fingers? Oh, okay, I get it. Let's go for the Isle of the Hand first. Oh. Wait, what? Let me see if that does it again. I'm obviously going to restart, but... Oh, okay. There's actually a decision, so that was a huge waste of time. Settle it for free, basically. Let me just go back in time and do it the right way. Let's go do this the right way. I don't think it's too surprising to say, but conquering a country with only 31 soldiers is pretty easy. Nice. And now we're Jarl Hastings of Atlantis. We have a few choices here. I don't think any of them really matter that much. They all give the same massive debuffs that are absolutely horrible. Oops. Well, I guess we're doing that one. I didn't mean to press that, but it's cool. So taking a closer look at the land that we have to play tall in, it's actually pretty good. It's all going to be farmlands and plains except for this one here. That's super, super good. I might as well just stick a guy on deving already. If you're curious also, the entirety of Atlantis actually converted to our faith and our culture. That is a massive help. Originally it was Greek and Orthodox, and I was super scared, because that would have meant that I would have had to convert to a different religion, which would have really sucked. I'll probably convert at some point, but honestly, Orthodoxy wasn't really on my list of faiths that I want to convert to. We might as well start raiding. Okay, never mind. I guess I just sent those guys on a suicide mission. I kind of forgot that these soldiers here actually don't join me. So I guess I actually won't be able to raid basically at all. I would only have 500 standing troops, and that's just not enough to raid. If I can't raid, I might as well just build up my counties. So there's a mansion. There's a mansion, and that'll do for now. Hastings apparently didn't want to stick around that much. Somebody killed him. I wonder who that could be. I really wonder. Now we're playing as my decently terrible son, who's in diplomacy. I can't think of a worse lifestyle focus that he could have gone down into right now. I get no benefits from that at all. This is a pretty interesting development here. So, in order to get rid of this absolutely horrible debuff, I gotta lead 20 raids myself. As my guy. This probably would have been pretty good to do as Hastings. Jarl Ragnar's all grown up. Let's go in and raid. I've got to be close now. I've raided basically the entirety of Wales and the southern part of Ireland. I'm going to rebuild my troop count and then go back into it. Okay, there we go. I was raiding East Anglia, who somehow survived the Viking onslaught. I have no idea how they survived. No idea at all. Let's do this and finally get rid of our burden. Everything's 5 dev except Atlantis, which is 7. I'll be honest, I actually haven't looked into this mod too much, so I don't really know how long this raiding thing lasts. It might be after this decision, or it could continue, but for now it definitely seems like a good idea to actually start building military buildings. At least with these buildings we can start conquering some bigger guys. I gotta point out this HRE. Look at how big he is already. 143 counties, 17 years in the game. That is terrifying. After finishing raiding, I'm kind of running out of spots to actually raid. Everything's becoming super consolidated super quick. I just realized that my mic sounded pretty bad for basically this entire video. I am so sorry. This is a new mic, man. Give me some slack. My guy just gained the Viking trait. I think that's pretty fitting. Jarl Ragnar was just brutally maimed in battle, but it actually turned out to be pretty good for him. He gained one-eyed, which is a virtue, And then he gained Scarred, which for now just gives me buffs. I'm pretty happy with him being brutally maimed. Brittany just declared war on me for one of my duchies. I did get allies though, so it should be okay. It does suck though. Brittany was taking too long to come to me. I came over to Brittany instead. Boom. After going down to Sardinia to raid, I can actually do this decision right now. Apparently I still had a debuff the entire time, which was super bad. I swear it said that I lost the growing settlements debuff in the last one, but maybe I misread, I don't know. There we go. I actually really like this mod so far. This is super cool. So either A, I gain the pirate buff, and I gain the nickname the pirate, or I can create a divergent culture, which I'm actually going to do. Me being attached to really low dev land up here is just holding me down. It's an anchor. Here we go. Nice. Look at our beautiful Atlantean culture. Apparently the fingers are still Norse. We also gain the ability to found the Atlantic Empire. This doesn't really go with what I was planning, creating a tall Atlantic Empire. To form this empire, I would need Brittany, like this piece of Aquitaine, Asturias, and I even need to go all the way to Flanders. So I wouldn't call that playing tall at all. That's probably about the whitest you could possibly get. I have had 5 children, all of which aren't male heirs. I'm gonna actually have to use concubines in this video, which is something I rarely ever do, to just get a male heir. This is horrible. Bro, this has gotta be a joke. 6 female heirs in a row. I gotta know the chances on that. There we go, finally. Prince Ingjaldr is finally here. It only took 6 tries. I forgot how OP it is to raid the Mediterranean. It is so easy to get absolutely just rich doing this. I mean, like, this one province alone has 34 loot in it. Let's go visit Sardinia again. I gotta say, it's a lot easier to steal money than make your own. Here's another event. Here's another special event in this mod. I should have probably flashed it on screen at least one time, but I'll put it up right now. This mod is super cool. The Hasting Chronicon. What a name. I am absolutely exhausted. The final thing I'm going to do today is switch out Malleable Invaders, which the buffs that it gives I don't really need anymore. I'm not going to be invading anybody. I made up my mind on this whole create a province thing. I just don't want to do it. We're switching out Malleable Invaders for Industrious, which I would say is by far the best playing tall tradition in the entire game. Nothing else really compares. You gain 25 dev growth when a building is constructed. And you also get this building construction time minus 15%, which is pretty good also. This stress gain isn't the best. You can't win them all. Do that. There we go. And in 7 years, the Atlantean culture will be industrious. King Ragnar's dead at 67. He helped our goal in progressing Atlantis quite a bit. Now we're playing as our king, our 19-year-old king, who has like the worst beard I've ever seen in my life. There you go. I gave his ass a goatee. Here's Industrious. I'm already building up buildings too for it. So increasing dev should become a little bit easier. This is gonna be my furthest raid so far. I'm raiding in Antioch now. For some reason, King Yaldr has had consumption for 5 years at this point. He might die. That plague was spreading around half a decade ago and he's still sick. And he's malnourished too for some reason. I don't know why he's malnourished. All I can do is hope that he survives. And speak of the devil, he finally overcame consumption. It only took 5 years. I have legit nothing to spend money on, besides other activities really. I might as well just create a legend. I'll get a claim on every existing de jure title inside of the Empire of Hispania. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna stay disciplined. It is tempting though. This is pretty interesting. I didn't even realize, but apparently at some point we get mining settlements. I'll get an extra +6 tax a month from these two. That'll be insanity. I'm only making 9 right now. That would be a huge buff. I'm trying to hold court right now, and I got this decision. Either I don't let this Norse lady inhabit the county of the fingers, or I do. If I do let her do it, I get a free city, castle, or temple holding in it. I'll also temporarily lose the county of the fingers. The reason why I say temporarily is because I'm gonna kill her afterwards, obviously. So yeah, she can have it, but I'll kill her afterwards. There we go, easy enough. Nice. It actually became a castle holding. Crop rotation was just unlocked, and we finally have access to real buildings, thank God. There's that one being built. There's that one. Finally, good buildings. I can finally do something instead of just sitting around. No, this wasn't how it was supposed to go. Oh my God, dude. And I can't even try it again. I could just imprison her. I have no other subjects. I'll just imprison her and kill her. There we go. It's time to say goodbye. Thank you. Situation solved. Oh wait, no it isn't. I am such an idiot. I should have looked at that beforehand. That was a mistake, letting her have this land. That was a huge mistake. I am such an idiot. Okay, so plan B regarding this is to murder him again, let this random guy inherit, and then just declare war and take it from him. Dude, there's always got to be an extra step apparently. So somehow Northumbria and him or her are allied, so that's an extra step and an extra person I have to kill. Amazing. I haven't actually murdered somebody in a feast before. This should work. Okay, there we go. He's dead. And let's try to sever that alliance. I'm pretty happy with this outcome. Who's easier to kill? She's easy. He's easy. If I kill her, he can't re-ally her. It's a better choice. And my guy is stressed out now, man. Since he's greedy, I can't call anybody into the scheme. Goodbye, Grima. Of course. I got a pop-up that said I should travel to some tomb, which is basically in the middle of nowhere to me. Why would I travel all the way over there? I'm actually going to say yes to this for the hell of it. Why not? Say goodbye to Grima. Thank you. We just arrived at Ermentau. This ancient tomb seems to suggest a link between the Goths and the Atlantean Norse. What kind of weird lore is this? Honestly, I wouldn't say that that was worth it. I traveled across the entire world, risking my life, for this pedestal item. Dude, please, 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 why? Why would he willingly vassalize himself to him? He's of a completely hostile faith. And look at how strong Elba is. I'm done for. I'm done for. I can't do anything regarding this right now. I can't even kill him. I'd have to call in more people and I'll just become more stressed out. This game confuses me sometimes, I swear. This is risky, but you know what? What isn't anymore? Luckily, Elba is insular, so he shouldn't have a holy order to call in. That was surprisingly easy. I just sat there for, I don't know, 5 minutes, waited, and he finally decided to attack and I destroyed him. All that mess for one county. Atlantis is reunited. All those mines are done building, by the way, and our income now is 17.7. Pretty good for only 5 counties. I might as well end this legend. It's not going to expand past Atlantis. There's a 50% chance I gain access to this legendary palace building, which is actually super good. It doesn't tell me where exactly it's going to be built. It doesn't matter that much. There we go. And we didn't get it. Another thing, by the way, this ruler is by far like one of the worst rulers I've had in a very long time. I don't know, but brave, greedy, and zealous as traits just don't really mesh well together. It's constant stress, and I've kind of just given up on keeping it in check. I'm not going to spend thousands of gold keeping him alive. He can die whenever, and I honestly won't really care that much. You want to know why he was so stressed out? This was why. Every single time one of his sisters died, he gained 25 stress, so do the math, that's pretty bad. Finally, our king died at 66 years old. He long stayed past his welcome. Now we're playing as King Tolir, who's going to be actually super good for us. Super high stewardship, super high other stats, pretty cool dude. We can start building holdings in the Fingers area, because the Norse actually has that city planning buff, I'm pretty sure. Let's start off making cities. City planning was just unlocked. This is about to get pretty crazy. Our income and our dev growth are about to skyrocket. I'm sure if this happened in real life, the Byzantines would be just ecstatic about having the Atri on their borders like this. Here's the progress of our money. Rest in peace to King Tolir. He was known for being bald. Now we're playing as King, this name I still can't pronounce a second, who's 48 and disfigured. I would say for playing tall, learning is the second best, and then everybody else really kind of sucks at playing tall with. I won't lie, man, I can kind of see why the devs didn't allow feudal raiders. I just unlocked battlements, so let's build those up. And I can just steal infinite money from the Mediterranean, like it is so easy to get money right now, it's ridiculous. He lasted 14 years. Ulfhethen, I guess. I've never seen that name before, that one's impossible to say. I've noticed that Brittany is ungodly strong for some reason. At some point they had 6k troops, which is pretty terrifying. I don't like having that strong of a guy on my borders, because honestly, I can't really fend it off. Even though I'm playing tall, I'm not playing that tall yet. Luckily enough, I have a lot of money. I really need to cut Brittany down to size here. I don't even feel safe raiding with them that strong. Goodbye, King Guigus? How the hell do you say that name? Goodbye, King Guigus. Thank you. And I think being a suture at this point is really not that important. I think it would be much more beneficial converting to this faith here. This megalithic constructions tenet here is apparently super good for playing tall. I don't see myself really playing as these guys probably ever, so this is probably the video. What this does mean though is that I have to conquer outside of Atlantis. But once I do convert, but honestly all I need is 3 provinces, which I'll probably let free after I actually convert. I don't really consider it a big deal. I can't make a reform because if I do, I actually lose the ability to raid. So let's go down and take out, oh, these islands are actually all united. And I can't actually declare war on them either. Okay, so there's gonna have to be an extra step. I'll conquer a county for the short term. It's only been about 2 centuries since I last conquered. Boom. And let's immediately go at it here. Oh, I can't even do it yet. Okay, I'll wait. A feast, a runestone, and a hunt later. It's time. Alright, easy enough. There's those islands. And they became my vassals, or somebody did. But now that I took those 2 provinces, it's a lot cheaper. I guess now the plan is to go on pilgrimages. Just spam them out. It's time to travel the world. Oh yeah, before that, he is absolutely screwed. He's gonna be conquered instantly. Another one. Manorialism was just unlocked. Nice. And we also should have gained access to duchy buildings. And we have 3 duchies, all of which I'm going to build these royal reserves in. Or I could hold off and wait for those monolith buildings. I'm going to hold off until those monolith buildings. I just want to see how good they are before I start building stuff. It's time to convert. Boom. And now we're in North African faith. So in my capital, I have access to this great harbor. This might be a part of the mod. It's god tier, by the way. Look at that dev growth. And then for the rest of these, great megaliths are just better. This investment was well worth it. I do gotta convert the county though, which might take a little bit. It's gonna take a little bit. 15 years. Now that we have converted, I have no need for these provinces. There you go. And be free. The king with the unsayable name, the Proud, is dead. Now we're playing as King Andres, who's actually super good. Intelligent, Midas touched, and strong at the same time. This is about as god tier as you can get in the beginning of the middle game. Here's one megalith, and the next one's gonna take a long time. 28 years to convert. Look at this haul I'm about to get. 712 gold. Here's another dev check. Our dev isn't the greatest by any means, but our gold count, 80 every month, and our soldier count, almost 8,000, is pretty good considering our counties. Only 5 still. I just looked around at different traditions that I could add in my culture, and there's 2 that I'm thinking about. One is pacifist. Martial is basically useless to me. Or I could also do agrarian. Agrarian would only affect my farmlands provinces, which is my capital, and this province here. The rest of them wouldn't be affected at all. So I either specialize in farmlands, or I just do a jack of all trades kind of deal. I think doing a jack of all trades is probably better than agrarian. It just makes sense. We definitely aren't pacifists though by any means. I've been raiding Iberia, Sardinia, France for centuries at this point. We are not a pacifist culture by any means. I just finished my 3rd legend, and I finally gained access to this legendary shrine thing. And it's in my capital too, that's sweet. Another king's dead. Here's another megalith. Now I get why people were saying that megaliths are OP. Apparently in every single temple holding, you can actually build megaliths. And if you build them out max, you get plus 35 dev growth. I think that's all I can build right now. Converting is taking forever. So on paper, this looks pretty bad. I am massively outnumbered. I have no allies. But I do have money, and I have holy orders. So it should balance it at least a little evenly. I'm also lucky to be on an island, so whenever they land, I can just go over and just massacre them. Just in case though, I am going to make an extra save though. I don't want my 200 years worth of work going to waste. I'm really glad that Ireland and Aquitaine decided to just kill their troops. I just completely obliterated them. 4,000 troops and they had about 16,000 10 months ago. Easy enough, and I get almost 1,000 gold from her. Yeah, she definitely was insane for doing that one. Nice. As some revenge, I'm gonna raid her. An easy 826 gold. That was well worth it. And she wants to try it again. That's very, very nice of her. Her odds were much better the first time and she failed. But now she's trying to do it all by herself with no allies. All this really is a nuisance at this point. While this war is going on, an idea popped into my head. I could just declare war on her, and then just give it to somebody else who'd be more friendly towards me, like somebody who's my religion, my house, etc. I would obviously grant that land independence, but at the same time it makes them weaker, and it makes it so that they'll leave me alone. Because I really don't have to worry about coming back to my land while I'm raiding. It's kind of annoying. What's the best duchy? All this land is not too good. Let's just take this one here. With this over, Ireland should hopefully be tamed. And goodbye. RIP. We are definitely on the uptick in terms of our rulers. Now we have a guy who's Herculean, so he should live for a very long time. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to kill this lady, dude. She just won't leave me alone. Luckily enough, I was actually in the middle of raiding her land. And I'm marching on her capital right now. So these troops should turn normal, I'm pretty sure. Hopefully. Why would they not turn normal? It's kind of odd. Okay, so I guess I have to go all the way back to my own land. I'll just play defensive like I did last time. This has got to be around the 3rd conquest. Yeah. Okay, do that. I could do trial by combat also. It's against this random guy here. Hopefully she enjoys that stress. Stress level 3. Please die. Just please die. It's time for another tradition. I might as well do agrarian this time. Agrarian it is. It's been a while since I've done a dev update. It's really hard to talk about playing tall. I would say playing wide has a lot more factors involved. Playing tall, all you do is build buildings the entire time. There isn't much to talk about and it's not too difficult at all. I think I'll consider this one a success when I have the highest dev in the world in any of my provinces. Right now the highest is probably Rome, so once I beat Rome in dev, I should be good. I don't get Ireland's obsession with me. They are gonna win this. They will never win a single war against me. So my plan now is to utterly destroy Ireland. Ireland cannot exist, apparently. I need to install an Atlantis-friendly ruler on Ireland's throne. Because this is getting pretty ridiculous. My 100th Ireland war is over. Munster first, and then I'll just take them out one by one. Can someone explain to me how Aquitaine can siege down a province in 5 seconds? Well, it takes me I don't know, 30. Look at this. Of course that pops up. Great. Oh my god, dude. There's so many pop-ups in this game. Let's see. It's it takes me forever to siege down and he gets it immediately. I could actually kill him. I think I kill him. There. In doing that, also, his alliance is broken. I could also kill this kid, too. I mean, goodbye. And thank you. I just completely cashed out 26k in gold. I should be getting pretty close. Hope has 75. At this rate, I should get it in like literally 20 years, maybe 30 years. I should be good. Here's my second conquest of Ireland. I just captured the ruler. I will not execute him though because this is actually the heir here. And I really don't want to have to fight England for it. Boom. You gotta love how the three Isles friends decided to split apart Iceland. That's pretty nice. They're all getting along together. How sweet. This could definitely be a better situation. So King Gormer's dead at 70 from consumption. And our son is a lunatic who's stressed out and has consumption. Well, actually our nephew will inherit. Okay. Succession will only go to him. I'll be completely honest. I really don't want to have to play as a stressed out character. So if I can skip him and play as my nephew who's quick, Herculean, strong, I don't see why not. I rarely ever do this. I'm going to block this out because of YouTube is very amazing. Goodbye. Now we're playing as King Tolier II after our guy ruled for 4 months, stressed out and dying. Ireland is finally done with. I could grant them independence, but that does not guarantee that they will just not go after me. It doesn't really affect my playing tall style at all. I mean, for God's sakes, that's 19 counties max. And I get basically nothing from this. I just switched out the ting meat tradition for water rituals. Ting meat allows Scandinavian elective, which I don't want really. Water rituals gives me this less likely to be infected by plagues. It also makes the diligent trait more common, which is pretty good. I've noticed my realm is really susceptible to plagues for some reason. I'm pretty sure it's because I'm close to 3 little areas where plagues apparently happen a lot. In England, France, and then Iberia. It's getting to a point where I'm constantly having plagues either in my realm completely or just like this. This has got to be the most ridiculous thing I've seen in a long time. How's Jute just won't leave me alone? This is what I was talking about. An apocalyptic plague just spawned in my realm. That is extremely lucky. That was absolutely brutal. I was at around, I think, 78 development in my capital. Now I'm at 65. I kind of wish that happened in Rome, but apparently the game had other plans. I know what I said about me getting more dev than Rome. I don't see that being possible. No joke. These plagues are coming back to back. I just recovered from one. Look, I just recovered from one 5 months ago, and I immediately get attacked with another one. I don't know when they added this prone to plague thing. It was probably during the plague DLC. But this really kills your development. It won't go any higher. So, I mean, I did all I could. This is still a success in my book. I mean, look. 25k troops, 197 gold, in a kingdom with 19 counties. I would call that a success. The Pope wins this round. I might as well start off with the most impressive thing that happened. The Byzantine Empire has restored its glory in whole, stretching from Croatia all the way to Egypt. I'm pretty proud of them. They just conquered Egypt though. It couldn't have happened more than 2 years ago. I was just checking them out. They reformed. Italy is obviously owned by a Carling. There's a new Crusader state down in Andalusia. England is England. England has been in constant civil wars for a decade at this point plus. Sweden looks pretty nice. This kingdom is huge. The Arabians have fallen apart, nobody stands out here, and Mongolia is just starting their conquest. In religions, nothing is too exciting or interesting, besides the fact that we've spread this faith up here. Insularism still exists, which is super rare. Zaidism seems to be the most popular faith that Persia converts to nowadays. I don't know why, but I would say in the past 3 videos I've made, Zaidism has dominated. This is the bad ending for the Poles, but yeah. If you guys have any other ideas for videos, just let me know, and thanks for watching.